Hi guys, welcome back to LPB Racing for the Porsche series on Project Cars 2. This is round 2, race 1 here at Laguna Seca. We are in the Porsche 959S, which is a road car, and let's take you through the grid for the start of this one then. So on pole position we have, when the camera gets round, there we go. On pole position we have Video on pole, then it's Blakeney alongside, then it's Pash, followed by Callum, then it's Bidzster 5th, Stevie 6th, Bradders 7th, Neil in 8th, NRP 9th and VMX in 10th. So let's get on for the race guys, here we go, ready for the start, off we go. Bidzster gets off, look at Video start, incredible, Bradders and Callum contact already. Bradders straight through the middle because he got a really good start there as you come down towards the first corner. It's Video, Bidzster, NRP, Blake, Bradders into the first corner. Bidzster sideways, really wide for Bidzster. Everyone else trying to get through. Bidzster rejoining next to Blake, still sideways as you go through the corner. We've got Pash running wide in the background, and then we're going through. Oh, Pash makes contact there. It's Blakeney. Blakeney hits the back of Bradders and takes them both off into the wall. Oh no, Pash just gets through there before the others go through. There's Stevie, Neil and Callum also going through turn 3 and towards turn 4 and down towards turn 4. Video in the lead, Bidzster 2nd, NRP 3rd, Stevie 4th, Neil Farmack very wide there in 5th with Callum behind his 6th, Pash 7th, VMX 8th. Then we've got Bradders and Blake at the back after that incident at the first few corners. So we'll get a replay on that after the first lap. But meanwhile up the hill, Bidzster's catching Video up on the brakes into the famous corkscrew here at Laguna Seca. Down the dip, get on the power. Bidzster's right on the back of Video here, trying to have a go for the lead. Down the hill, inside line for Bidzster there. Video taking a wider line to try and get a good run out. Meanwhile Callum and Pash having a nice little battle back here as well. There we go, back there as we look back to Bidzster and Video. Into the last corner, Video gets a good run in, so does Bidzster. So it's Video leading the first lap from Bidzster, NRP in 3rd with Stevie behind in 4th. Then it's Neil. Then we've got Callum and Pash side by side out of the corner. VMX is going through for a drive-through for a jump start, and then we've got Bradders and Blake at the back. So we'll get a replay on that first lap action for you now. Okay, here's a replay of the first lap action then. So on board with Bradders at the start. Look at the start, he gets straight through the middle. Callum turns in, but Bradders is already there. So a bit of a hectic start, a bit of a pushy way through really for Bradders, but all's well that ends well. As we go through towards the first corner then, just keeping on board with Bradders for now. Bidzster slides his way through the first corner, really outbreaks himself. Just recovers as well. And Bradders then hits Blake. Now we go on board with Blake into the next corner, and Blake just breaks way too late, hits Bradders, and then they both go off. We can't stop contact now, and round we go. Both cars go round, and then Blake turns round, Bradders resets, and they both resume the race. As we come back from that, Video runs very, very wide, and Bidzster gets up the inside of him, and then in the background we've got Stevie passing out NRP as well. As Bidzster takes the lead of the race then round the outside. NRP on the gravel there, and he's lost 2 places to Stevie and Neil. So back down to 5th place goes NRP. Then we've got Callum and Pash further back. They're still having a good battle there. There they are. Callum just ahead of Pash as we go through the right-hander. Oh, Callum catching the gravel there. That's going to lose him time to Pash. Might even be a slow-down penalty. He's got to be careful with that. Into the left-hander to start the climb up the hill. Climb up the hill, we've got looking at Stevie there with Neil pressing on behind him into the fast left-hander. Up the hill we go, up the incline to the corkscrew. Neil behind, just waiting for any kind of gap. Into the corkscrew, Stevie very fast into the corkscrew there, just gets the car stopped, only just by the skin of his teeth. NRP goes a bit wide on the exit. Meanwhile further back we've got Pash running wide, cones flying everywhere as well. We all continue through. Video at the front, still trying to keep with Bidzster. 1 second's the gap. Bidzster pulled out a 1 second gap on that lap. Trying to do what he can. There's Stevie with Neil Farmack behind into the left-hander last corner. NRP very wide out the corner there. He's got to be careful with the track limits here because this game will punish you for track limits. But I think he lost a bit of time there anyway, so I think he should be okay. Down to turn 1. Neil Farmack having a look at the inside. Stevie goes wide. Stevie goes very wide there. Neil gets up the inside, but Stevie's going to get a good run. Even though he ran wide, he'll still be able to get the power on earlier. And he's got the inside for the next right-hander. And there he goes into the corner. Neil will try and look for a switchback if he can. Gets on the power, but can't do it. Stevie takes third. Neil down to fourth. NRP waiting for any opportunity. Through the right-hander, up on the curb. Over the curb on the outside as well, and down towards the left-hander to start the climb. To turn 4, up the hill. Up over the top we go. Bidzster still in the lead up front from video. It's Stevie, Neil and NRP still close together in this race. Through the corner, up the hill, NRP. Oh, NRP just holding on to the car there. Very sideways behind there, NRP. Doing a good job here though, as we go up over the top of the hill. Oh, Neil just avoids the back of Stevie there, but he's lost ground. But luckily NRP went wide as well, so there was no gap closed down there. But Stevie's pulled away from Neil ever so slightly. We'll have a look at the lap times this time round. I think they're catching video as well. So video's going backwards towards this pack as NRP again catching the gravel on the way out the corner. Really, really close to disaster there. One thing with Laguna Seca, it's not grass on the outside, it's actually sand or gravel, so it's going to be treacherous if you get it wrong, as Neil gets a good run out the last corner and goes alongside Stevie, side by side through turn 1 there, down the kink into turn 2. Stevie hits the foam marker boards. We don't need that, he says. As video is going to go back into this group now. Through turn 2 we go, down into turn 3. So I did get the corners one behind on the other lap, so apologies for that. But Neil takes third place from Stevie as we go through. And we're catching video, so Stevie's catching his catching video. So all 4 different teams here, all close together. We go down to the left-hander to start the climb up the hill. Up the hill we go. Bidzster still in the lead by a country mile, and everyone else close behind. Lap 4 of 9 here at Laguna Seca. Video at the front of this pack, we've got Stevie closing up on Neil. Really close behind him now. NRP, video goes wide as well. NRP's gone wide in the background, video's off, he's rejoining. Oh, he's been safe when he's rejoining, that's good. He's aware of the cars around him. And Stevie and Neil both make up places. Neil into second, Stevie third, video fourth, and NRP down to fifth. Down the hill we go. Under the Mazda bridges. Oh, Stevie almost catching the gravel there, but then gets a good run up the inside. Oh, close stuff. Neil will have been cringing there in the mirror, but really, really close stuff here as we go towards the last corner. Neil Farmack will defend the inside, and Stevie will not find a way through into the corner. Stevie will try a little cut back here, get on the power early, but no can do. Down the straight, Neil Farmack gets a good run. Really good battle this, as we just look back at Pash and Callum. Pash is ahead of Callum now in 6th place, Callum down to 7th, but these two are having a good battle back here as well. We'll keep tabs on that as the race develops as well. Meanwhile, VMX and Bradders have had, VMX is ahead of Bradders now, so Bradders going off there, unlucky for him. VMX recovering after his drive-through. Meanwhile, as we look at Video, who's ahead of, Video's ahead of Stevie. Stevie's gone back down to 4th there, so Stevie's gone down. So the order is Bidzster, Neil, Video, Stevie, NRP. That's your top 5. Then we've got Pash and Callum. We're back here when the camera catches up to us. Wait for a minute. There we go. Callum and Pash very close together. Nose to tail as we come through the right-hander. Oh, Callum hits the gravel. Oh, he's off. Callum's off. He just misses the wall, I think. Very close to disaster there for Callum, but luckily just holds on to it. Just pushed a little bit too hard there on the exit, but again, credit for trying. Back to Video and Stevie. Stevie closing up to Video, or trying to anyway, down through the corkscrew. Stevie much faster down there than Video. Can see visually the gap closing down there. Down the long left-hander, descending down into the right-hander at the bottom. Use the camber on the way in. Nicely use the camber. Stevie using a bit of the curb as well as they go towards the last corner. Video defends the inside, Stevie to the outside. Video gives him space. Does he swap back? Stevie will go for a cutback. Here he does. Goes for the cutback. Gets the power on. Video. Contact on the straight. There's 2 cars magnetized like they do in Project Cars. Can't be helped, and so close to disaster again in this race. But luckily Stevie takes position. Video goes down to 4th. But That was very close to disaster, but just shows you the physics of Project Cars. They need to improve that for the next game, because two cars make contact like that and then they just end up just magnetising together and going into the wall. It's a bit unrealistic, but luckily they all got away with it, as NRP in the background runs very wide, but video up to down to 4th, and Stevie into 3rd. Bidzster sliding his way through, loving this Porsche 959S, sliding his way up the hill. He's done a 135.7 last time, and so has Neil, 135.7 as well. So Neil's on the pace compared to Bidzster as well. So they're both on the money, both on the pace, both trying as hard as they dare. There's Neil Farmack up the hill, nicely done up there. We go, and then we got video back here as well, with Stevie just ahead. He's trying to catch up all he can there. Pash and Callum have got a bit of a gap between them now after Callum's mistake. Pash nice and consistently in 6th place there as we go through the left-hander and start the climb up towards the corkscrew. There's Blakeney in 8th. He's back in 8th place, so not a good race for him. VMX after the drive-through, he's down in 9th as well. And then Brad is back in 10th. Just not enjoying this car, so hopefully in the next couple of races we'll have a different car. So, because this is a class change event, this one. So it's the same track for all 4 races, except we do this car for this race and the next one, then we do another car for race 3 and 4. So it's alternates like that throughout the season. So this is a what we call a class change week, or a car change week, as Bidzster slides his way through turn 2. Incredible there, and Neil a lot smoother in the background. So Bidzster's obviously trying that hard that he's warming his tyres up, or overheating the tyres, because that is one problem at this track. The tyres will overheat because of the nature of Laguna Seca. It is very warm in the Californian desert, and the tyres do get very hot. Stevie goes through the right-hander, perfect lines through there from Stevie. As we go through, he's trying to catch Neil if he can, but he's in a 36.1, and Neil and Bidzster in a 35.8 and a 35.5. So Bidzster pulling out a bit more pace there as he slides his way through the corner. Here's Neil Farmack, same corner. Let's watch how he takes it, nice and smooth. There's Stevie. See how Stevie takes it as well, just a bit more curve from Stevie, a bit of a tighter line, probably a faster exit as well. So Stevie definitely pushing here, seeing if he can catch up to the cars in front. Meanwhile, Pash, I dare say Pash is actually catching NRP here. So Pash, oh well, he was until he did that. Commentator's curse strikes again, and Pash goes off the track, and that'll help Callum out to try and catch up, as Callum gets a nice run through there and he'll catch up. You see the delta time at the top going down, so that's took Pash down by half a second to Cal there, so he's got to watch out for that. Meanwhile, Bidzster across the line to start lap 8 of 9. 2 laps to go, penultimate lap of the race for Bidzster now. There's Neil Farmack in 2nd place, nicely through there for him. Closest battle on track will be Callum and Pash when they close up. Everyone else a bit more spread out now. The nature of these road cars. And this is the last road car of the season. I know we're already in round 2, but we've got the road cars out of the way first, because they are a bit of a harder ones to handle, so we got them out of the way first, and then it's all race cars more or less from there to the finish of the season. So we should see some spectacular racing from the rest of the season. Not to say this isn't fantastic, it is, because Video and NRP are very close now. Video's made a mistake and NRP is right behind him, so Video's probably spun somewhere, and NRP closes up. So we'll go through here with these two. Oh, Video catches the curb, oh, he catches the gravel, or sand, whatever you want to call it, does a 360 and around he goes. So just caught it there and then couldn't save the car, and back down to 5th place goes Video, and Pash can sniff opportunity now. He's less than a second behind Video. There he is in the white car behind Pash DC closing up. And just another place behind is Video's teammate Callum Paul Banks in the 2nd Blue Street Racing car. So just go through the teams at the front. So 134.8 for Bidzster. Good lap from Bidzster that time. Still pushing hard here. And Bidzster part of Team Donington with Pash. So they are 1st and 6th at the minute. Oh, Stevie's off! Stevie's off big time! Into the wall! Round he goes! He caught the gravel on the way out. Quickly hits reverse onto the tarmac. Quick thinking there from Stevie. He's got to try and find a gear now. Get going. Let's watch how he rejoins here. Nice and steady rejoining. Keeping wide off the corner as well. Leaving NRP some room to go through. Very sensible rejoin there from Stevie. Stevie just seems to get more sensible as he goes along in LPB racing. It's good to see as Pash goes wide in the background and Callum goes through. So Pash makes a mistake and Callum goes through. Just shows you patience does pay off. Oh, Callum goes wide. Oh, he's right. It's just a bit of lag. It's just Callum experiencing a bit of lag. He has had internet troubles the last couple of weeks, so he's hoping to try and rectify these, but it's working so far. Just a little bit of lag, but again, nothing to majorly worry about too much. As NRP and Stevie very close then as we come onto the last lap of the race. Through the next few corners, NRP goes through, Stevie behind. Got to watch out for Callum and Pash as well. They're just behind here. Here they go, Pash and Callum. As Callum lags his way into the corner, just a bit of lag there at the end. Oh, really bad lag there. Really starting to lag bad. As Pash backs off sensibly because he doesn't want to get involved in that. But Callum really struggling with the lag there. Back to video. And oh, there's Stevie and NRP very close, bumper to bumper now. Up the hill towards the fast left-hander. One mistake through here could make or break your race. Through here as NRP goes a bit wide onto the gravel, but it's okay. Up the hill towards the corkscrew. Up the hill into the corkscrew, down into the left-right descent. NRP gets a good line in, so does Stevie, but NRP faster on the way out. Meanwhile, Bidzster's up the line already. Victory for Bidzster in this first race of round 2. Well done to Bidzster, he wins the race. Neil Farmack, a well-deserved second there for Neil Farmack, well done to him. And NRP and Stevie aren't done yet. NRP's got to come up to the line, he's got to try and finish this race ahead of Stevie if he can. Into the last corner. And NRP gets a good run out. NRP for a podium here in LPB Racing. NRP on the podium, 3rd place for him. And then it's Stevie in 4th, well done to him as well. Video in 5th with a battered car. Callum takes 6th from Pash after a fantastic battle through the race for them as well. Callum from Pash in 7th. Well done to Pash, 7th place. 8th place is going to be Blakeney back here. Nicely through the last few corners. Bit of a battered car, bit of a battering race for him at some points. But the first corner incident didn't help. But Blakeney flashes lights anyway. Crosses the line in 8th place. VMX is going to be in 9th. And then we've got Bradders, who's going to round off the 10. So we'll just get those results confirmed for you now, guys. Okay, guys, here's the results from that one then. So Bidzster takes victory in that race. Well done to Bidzster. 5 seconds behind is Neil Farmack in 2nd. NRP is in 3rd. Stevie finishes in 4th. Video in 5th. Callum finishes 6th. 7th for Pash. Blakeney in 8th. VMX in 9th. And Bradders rounds off the 10. So as we come back from that then, there is your winner, Bidzster in the white Porsche there. You can see him there in the white Porsche. Get the centre in the frame. There we are. Bidzster wins the race. And we will see you guys next time for race 2 round here at Laguna Seca in the same car. So we'll see you for that one, guys. Take care.